everybody, John Franklin Reviewer here, and I am here with an anniversary film. This movie came out August 15th of 2008, so 10 years ago that this film came out, and it is Star Wars The Clone Wars movie, which I like to call the cartoon movie that came out, and I want to say what a wonderful film this actually was right off the bat. What exactly is this film about? Well, it's about Skywalker and Ahsoka going to save Jabba the Hutt's son. Now, it sounds like a ridiculous little bit of story, and to a point it was, but we'll get to those in a moment here. Just a quick little side note here. This movie actually is going to be an introduction to a TV show that came out like about 2-3 months after this movie came out in theaters here. So, what exactly did I like about this film here? Well, I got to start off the beginning of the film. Not just the beginning, but like the first 15-20 minutes of the film there with the good action, good comedy and all that there. But I like how it kind of starts off. It doesn't have a scroll or anything, but they have the action scenes going on. You have some voiceover work going on about what's really going on. Because this movie actually takes place between episode 2 and episode 3. And I actually thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, there was a decent amount of action and comedy in that first 15-20 minutes. Now, what exactly did I think about the rest of it there? We'll get to that there too. Another thing I really liked about it is I got to talk about some of the characters here. A character named Uncle Zero. Now, if you don't know who this character is, he is Jabba the Hutt's uncle. He's one of these characters, I feel like, that they talk about these Hutts being vile gangsters. I think he's probably the black sheep of the family. He was kind of cool. He was very funny. I really enjoyed him for who he was. And for whatever reason, he actually sounds like, and I'm not saying it's the same actor, but he actually sounds like the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt, if anybody actually remembers that TV show there. Now, other characters and other stuff I liked about this is Ahsoka, I mentioned. Now, who exactly is she in this film? Well, she actually ends up being Skywalker's Padawan. So the thing is that he didn't even want one. And they pretty much talk about it at the very beginning of the film, where Skywalker's like, I have a feeling that Obi-Wan, you had something to do with this. Like, Obi-Wan was supposed to get one, well, he must have passed it on to Skywalker. You do know who it is, and Skywalker's right or not, but they never actually kind of explained that scene. Other stuff I really, really like. I mentioned about the comedy. I said about 80-90% of the film really landed for me. I guess I'll kind of put this in a positive here. The script was, I said a lot of the dialogue was okay. I mean, the story itself was lukewarm, but it actually, like I said, was still entertaining enough to put it in the positives, I gotta say. Now, some of the characters that you're going to recognize from your prequels, like voice-wise, you're going to have Christopher Lee back as Count Dooku. You're going to have Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu back, and then Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO. It seems like that actor will always play that character no matter if it's movies, TV, whatever. I think he always will be that character no matter what. And that's cool. I mean, hey, at least you know what, this guy will always feel like he's going to have a job. Once they bring this character into the script there, we know who you guys are going to have for that there. That was pretty cool. So some of the stuff I did not like, well, I'm going to start off with a character again, which was Uncle Zero. I liked him. I thought he was great. I wanted to see more of this character. Now, this film is an hour and 40 minutes long. I feel like they could have done one or two things with this. They could have maybe gave him like another 5 minutes and made this film a little longer. Or they could have cut out maybe one or two other scenes that were okay in the film, that maybe they could have took them out and gave this guy a little extra room in the film, I feel like. Now, a lot of stuff is very crammed in this, and I gotta say, you still pretty much understand most of the film, if not all of it at all there. And one thing I gotta throw out about Skywalker here, I'm not saying that, him and Obi-Wan were pretty decent in the film, and I'm glad of course they were in the film. If they wasn't in the film, it would have not felt like a Star Wars movie. But I gotta say, Skywalker, there was one particular scene, and I'm not gonna give too much away about it, where he's trying to actually help out because Jabba's son is really, really sick, and they got to try to find medical help somewhere. Well, he tries and end up eventually helping out. Well, it turns out a bunch of people end up dying just because of his decision. I get the whole thing that you want the son to live, because if the son doesn't make it back to Jabba, no matter who brings the son back, is going to end up dying. No matter if you're the good guy or the bad guy, he does not care. So that was kind of one thing that was just, I thought was kind of, I won't say stupid, but, he made some stupid decisions, if that makes any sense. Another thing I got to bring up, also with Skywalker, but also I'm going to bring Obi-Wan into this one here too, is Obi-Wan needed to go talk to Jabba and say, hey, by the way, our people are going to go save your son and bring him back as soon as they can. Well, Obi-Wan said, you know what, to Skywalker at one point, once I go talk to Jabba, I'm going to go help you out, and we'll meet up wherever we need to meet up at. Every time this ends up happening, and I'd say this is a brief spoiler, I'd say. So if you don't really like it, skip ahead, maybe like not even a minute, I would say. So the only thing was that every time that Obi-Wan would go meet up with Skywalker, Skywalker was just about to leave the planet, or he was already gone. Just before they're about to leave the planet, the only way Obi-Wan ever talks to Skywalker is radio communications. So stuff like that that did kind of tick me off a little bit, that they really didn't get a chance to really work that much together other than the beginning of the film. So my bottom line of this movie is, I'm very surprised how many people really did not like this movie. It's fun, it's entertaining. Even with my negatives, this is definitely one of my guilty pleasure movies. So what am I going to rate this film? I'm going to go 3 out of 4 stars. Very good for what it was there, really fun. I mean, not a perfect movie, but I enjoyed it for exactly what the film was. So have you seen this anniversary movie, this Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon movie? Or have you even seen the TV show? If you've seen either one or both of them, give me a comment down below. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on my review. Now, if you enjoyed this review here and definitely would want to hear more, please give me a subscribe over there, give me a like, tell your friends about me and all of that. And as always, stay awesome.